Welcome to the fifth Sunday of Easter. This week we're reminded of the call from the Lord to love one another as I have loved you. And if lived well, this encompasses the entirety of the Ten Commandments. But we live in a world inundated with a false idea of love. Love is self-satisfaction, self-gratifying, self-justifying, and rarely are people looking to the Lord as the measuring rod of love. If you and I want to love perfectly, we can measure that by looking at Jesus on the cross. When we look at Jesus on the cross, we see a man who has poured out his entirety. He has emptied himself for love of us. And that is the way he wants us to love one another as I have loved you. A few years back, I was serving at a vacation Bible school, and there was a young lady there who had Down syndrome. She was about 8 years old. And they were at the station, which we called the Bible station. And in this room, there was a statue about 3 feet high of Jesus, the Sacred Heart. And one of the boys knocked Jesus over. And as he fell over, Jesus hit his head, and his head came off. And this little girl gasped, and so did all the other kids. They gasped, and they were like, "We broke Jesus." But the little girl said it so loud, "We broke Jesus." And the boy who knocked Jesus over started to sob. He was crying. And the little girl walked over to him. She gave him a hug. She kissed him on the cheek. And she said, "It's okay. We've all broken Jesus. And he still loves us." It's amazing how God can use the words of this young girl to say something so simple, but yet so profound. We've all broken Jesus. You and I have broken Jesus with our sins, with our shortcomings, with our failures, and yet he still loves us. And that's the love that he calls us to have, is a love that even when we've hurt someone or they've hurt us, in a sense, if we've broken them and they've broken us, that we can love them in return, because that's what Jesus has done. We see that on the cross. So this week, as you reflect on the gospel, ask yourself 2 questions. The first one, how am I not loving well? Sometimes it's a hard question to ask because we have those ways of selfishness that want to love in the way that I see that love should be given. But we have to ask ourselves, am I loving well? What areas am I failing at? And then the second question, how can I love with the love of Christ? You and I on our own can't love without Jesus' help. So not only is Jesus on the cross our measuring rod, when we look at him, he shows us how to love, but he is the love. He is that love that comes forth from us to other people. So that, when people hurt us, when they break us, that we can love them back, because that's what Jesus did, that he loved us completely. So let us love one another with the love that Christ has given to us. And happy Easter. God bless you.